Hi friends, David here from Learn Christmas Lighting, and in this video we're talking about fog jets. That's right, a shoot of fog coming out of this machine and how you can use it in your Christmas light display, plus a few bonuses we have for you if you choose to add them to your show that you can't get anywhere else. Stay tuned. Okay. So in the past few years, DMX effects have become a bigger part of people's Christmas light displays, and it's easy to see why. You know, we started out with our Dominar beam, and we've added other fixtures such as these Froggy's Hyperion units that shoot fog up in the air, the Fobbles machines, all kinds of good stuff. Why? Because there comes a point, if you're growing your display and you're growing how things look and you want that extra wow factor, where you could go and buy another, say you go buy another 4,000 pixels and you stick them in a matrix, you put a prop out, whatever. There's a point where you've got your house filled, you've got your yard filled pretty good, and adding another couple thousand pixels somewhere doesn't really make a big impact. That's where DMX effects really start to come in, and where you could do some really awesome stuff, whether it's residential or on a farm that has a Christmas display for a Halloween setup. And using DMX effects like haze and fog and moving heads can really bring that extra punch that catches people off guard in a good way and gives them something more interesting to do in your show. So, here today, I've got the Hyperion D6 from Froggy's Fog. We like these units a lot. They're an upshot fogger, as you can see in this clip, where out of this center lens here comes a bunch of fog, and it shoots up and it has lights in it too, which is awesome. In fact, the Hyperion actually has two sets of lights. Okay, so what I want to do is walk through this unit, walk through some considerations for having them in a Christmas light display, and then show you how to set them up in xLights and how we've made your life easier in that regard. Okay, so first things first, in terms of management, this is not a waterproof fixture. Okay, there really are not waterproof fog machines. There's a couple out there. They're real expensive and not very popular. However, it is generally water resistant, as Froggy says. So what does that mean? Well, you shouldn't use it outside when it's raining. But I would feel good based on what I'm reading from the manual, what I see on this unit itself, and just my general experience with having these outdoors, covering them with the trash bag or a tarp every night when you're not using them, or if you're not using them for a few nights, taking them inside. For example, we have a customer who is a campground. They use these in a summer light show. They have actually these model, and what they do is they just bring them in every night. They've got a golf cart, they load them all up, they put them back out every day. Of course, they've got staff. This isn't a residential thing. But regardless, that works really well for them. They can still use them outdoors. They create a really amazing effect. Actually, let's throw a clip in here. Thanks to Andy Ackman for that. Okay, so let's talk about the unit itself. So it can't run in the rain. It's not technically outdoor rated, but you can use it outdoor without issue. So these are a fog machine. So they have a reservoir here where you put your fog fluid. Looks like I need to refill. They've got two sets of LEDs, which is really cool, though somewhat problematic in xLights. We'll talk about that in a minute. You've got a setup of LEDs around the actual fog output, and then you've got another set in front. So the way that this works, I actually have this backwards from how you would normally set it up, just based on cabling. But this side, where there's these front LEDs, would go towards the audience. Let's say I'm the audience, and then this is behind it where the fog comes out. Okay, in terms of setup, we've got a pretty typical LCD screen for DMX. When you do power this guy on, and you can do it from a relay, that shouldn't be a problem. It does have a warm-up time, which I've clocked in on this one about 7 minutes maybe. So not a huge deal, but also don't wait till you're about to use it to turn it on. Okay, with the Froggy's Hyperion units, warm-up time is shown on the LCD. It tells you about how it's warming up, and then it's ready to go. But if you have DMX plugged in and active, that takes over. You actually can't see the warm-up status. So just be aware of that. Give it plenty of time to warm up, and you'll have no problems. A shutdown is literally just shutting it down. Please don't shut it down while you're outputting fog, let it finish. But what makes these kind of unique and different from other models on the market, and why we choose them, even though we're dealers for ADJ, Chauvet, and Magmatic, a lot of those other brands, is that we feel these are built a little better. We feel we get good support from Froggies because foggers do break. It happens more so than other DMX lights. And it's just the nature of foggers. And we like how this one can be pointed in any direction. We also like the fact that, this is huge, is that all of these have variable output. So you can output just a little fog, you can output a big plume of fog, and this D6, for example, can go up to 30 feet high. Now that's in perfect conditions, no wind, I think it's low humidity, helps it go through the air higher. But regardless, it's a killer plume of smoke that you get out of these things with the light. Makes for an awesome addition to any show. But you might be asking, how hard is this going to be to add in xLights? And for that, let's hop in to a tutorial. All right, we're back. We're here in xLights, and what I want to do is show you how to set these up. So setting up these Froggy's Fog Hyperion is really not any different than any other DMX device. Okay, for today's example, I just hooked up a USB to DMX device. That's one way to do it, but most of our controllers have DMX outputs on them, and the process is the same. Let's walk you through it. So I've created my controller. I just did a DMX, a USB, but I could also use an Ethernet controller that has a Culp or a Falcon, as long as you have a DMX output port, which many of them do, including a lot of the other new controllers that have come out this year. You're going to be good to go. Okay, so in the layout tab, we're going to go ahead and add a new fixture. I already did it, but just create a new import, drag it to size. I'm in 3D mode. And then we're going to go ahead and we have a download folder where you can download xLights custom models for all of the Froggy's units. Okay, and so if you buy any Froggy's fogger, and please do get them from us if you're going to use these models. We really appreciate that patronage. We're Froggy's dealers here at Learn Christmas Lighting. And so we've got all those models. You can download them. So here we've got the Hyperion D6 and D4. Okay. Open that guy up, and now you've got a new light here inside of xLights. Then I've got my existing one, but I'll show you. Then we'll go ahead and select it. Boom. So we've got a couple things going on. One is this is a fully set up custom model here in xLights. It's ready to go. It's got its RGB and white channels mapped out, and it also has a sub model called dim fog. And the reason for this is that the dimmer and fog are at opposite ends of the DMX channels at channel 1 and 17. And more often than not, you just want to turn them on at the same time, and you can use the on effect in order to get this. Okay, so in terms of controller setup, you can go to your controller connection here. I usually personally right click on it here, or rather not there. I go ahead and go to controller here in the top, set it to, in this case, my USB to DMX, but it could be your other controller. Then set a port number, set the protocol, which is locked into DMX because I'm using a USB to DMX, but you would set it to DMX. Typically for any of the controllers, the Culp, the Falcon, whatever, just setting it to DMX, Open DMX, anything like that typically works. And then set the DMX channel that you're going to use. Now, the DMX channel can also be set, we'll save here, in the visualizer. So if you've got, for example, we go ahead here, and we've got output to lights on. We set this up as a Falcon and a F48V4, sure. And then we would visualize, we could find our model here, and we could go ahead, drag it to the serial port. That's the DMX, serial port 1 right here, done. Okay, so that's how to do it with the visualizer. But I've just set it to this USB to DMX. That's the only model on there, and so it's at channel 1. Then I go and create a new sequence. I just create an animated sequence here, and I have my model right here. And so let's walk through some different things that we can do here, some different ways to control the Froggy's Fog Hyperion. Okay, the first is with the DMX effect. You can put that on the model as a whole, and then you'll see all the channels listed. Now this is helpful if you want to use the inner and outer light control separately, because the outer red, green, blue, and white, as well as amber and UV, those guys aren't, because of the way xLights works, basically with the custom model, we can only do one set of red, green, blue, and white channels that actually follow the effects in xLights. Okay, we can't do two. It's just a limitation. It makes sense. It's something we run into in lighting control all the time. But because of that, that means, and I'm just going to delete this on effect, that means that if you want to control the outer red, green, blue, and white, you have to do it manually if you're using pre-built effects. Okay, let's look at a quick example. So say I go here and I bring in a bars effect and I put that on the whole fixture. Okay, so now we've got this bars effect, and the cool thing about it is I've got literally all the colors selected, and it breaks it down for the individual channels to be on at different times in order to hit those colors. Okay, and you can see the visualization here in the model preview. Also, let us know in the comments below if you would be interested in a 3D visualizer file with the Hyperion models. We could make one and have it available for download. It's not terribly difficult. And so the best way to support us in doing more of those is, if you're going to buy these units, do buy them through us. We're Froggy's dealers. There's a lot of advantages through going through a dealer instead of direct, and we'll take really great care of you. Okay, we'll have links below at the Learn Christmas Lighting store. Now, that being said, so we have an effect like this, okay, and we can go ahead and turn on DMX output, and then the only thing I would have to turn on now is just put an on effect on the dimmer, just to get color, and boom, the room lights up in color. You can probably see it lighting up, again, on the inner, not on the outer RGB. Oh yeah, you can definitely see the room lighting up in color behind me. Now, to get fog, there's two ways to do it. My favorite is to use this dim fog group, and the reason why is because it has both the dimmer and the fog on it, so it's just one thing, you get both of them. Here, watch this. See? Wasn't that easy? And so the only disadvantage to that is, like, if you fade out or when you do end the effect, the fog, there will still be fog around, but the dimmer will turn off at the same time as the fog while fog is still rising. So if that's pertinent to you, if that's important, if you decide you want that, then you would just go down to the channels individually or use the DMX effect. Probably use the channels individually. And you would go and bring in the dimmer, say we bring in the dimmer. And you have to have the dimmer and colors on. So what I like to do is let the colors sequence with the show, always have a color on the Hyperion, and then only turn on the dimmer when you're going to use fog. So it's always getting color information. It's always ready to show a color. It just will only bring in the dimmer, you know, at other times, right? So I should set this to a gradient. That doesn't do squat. That's okay, being that they're just RGB cells. So we've got the dimmer on, and let's go ahead and put a fade on it. Ba-ba-da-da, fade. Hello, xLights. Ooh, we're getting a funky little display thing here. I just upgraded. Can you tell? Or you get something funky going on. So let's say we have it come in for a second. Oh yeah, the windows are real funky in here right now. So then there's that. Nothing like upgrading to a new version and then shooting a video, right? And so regardless, yeah, now we've got a nice fade on that dimmer. We get it to fade in, fade out. And now let's go ahead and just put the fog on in the middle section. So I'm just going to disable DMX for a hot second to set it up so there's not a bunch of loud fog going on, because the unit is pretty close to me. And we're going to run the fog. We'll start them at the same time, but we'll end the fog first so that basically the light goes a little longer than the fog. And then we'll turn off the loop, we'll restart, we'll turn on DMX. Yes, I know. We'll hit play, and let's go. So the cool thing about that is that the fog stopped. There was still fog rising. We lit it with the light. That's how you get that done. But regardless, adding in some fog jets, and this is just one with some studio lighting on, when you get them outdoor in the dark, they look amazing. We have some footage of them in the dark here that we can add in as well. Mixing together the two colors can be a lot of fun. And these Froggy's Hyperion units may not be as pricey as you think. They're actually pretty decent, especially the smaller ones, but the bigger ones, for a 30 or 40 foot jet of air on their biggest model, the SJ8, they're really quite reasonable. So if that's something you're thinking about adding to your display, if you got questions, anything like that, hit us up over at the Learn Christmas Lighting store, or else just keep watching here. We want to help you make the best Christmas light show possible using whatever tools you have available, including DMX stuff like these items from Froggy's. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being subscribed. That's a guilt trip if you're not. And go check out more resources over at learnchristmaslighting.com and our store, also available at learnchristmaslighting.com. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. We'll be back soon. Merry Christmas.